Welcome back to bestofmarin.com, where we give you the rundown on all things happening around the county and where to find the best places to go in Marin. Today, we're taking a deep dive into Inverness.
Yeah, such a fascinating spot to look into.
It really is. We've pulled together, a stack of historical archives, geological surveys, and local travel records just to figure out why this tiny town of like 1,300 people seems to operate by its own unique rules.
It definitely has its own way of doing things.
Right. It's not just culturally isolated from the rest of Marin County. I mean, it is literally geologically breaking away from it.
Well, that geological reality hits you the second you arrive. The shift in atmosphere is entirely physical, and it pretty much dictates everything else about the town.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because driving down Sir Francis Drake Boulevard actually acts like a literal portal.
Oh, completely.
The traffic thins out, these massive Douglas firs close in from both sides, and the landscape just turns brooding and Scottish, and suddenly you are staring down at this enormous, still silver bay.
But wait, I need to stop and ask, are you saying the town is physically moving away from the rest of the continent?
Yeah, that is the exact mechanism at play.
How does that even work?
Well, Inverness, and actually Cleanest too, sits right along the San Andreas Fault on the west shore of Tomales Bay.
Okay.
So that puts it squarely on the Pacific plate. It's drifting slowly northward. And that fault line creates a unique rift zone that traps cold marine air.
Oh, wow.
Plus, the granitic soil composition of the Pacific plate supports these ancient bishop pine forests that literally couldn't survive on the North American plate just a few miles across the water.
So the elemental moody quality isn't just the weather. It's the Earth itself dictating a hyper-specific climate, which naturally prompted a 19th century Scottish landowner to name the area after Inverness, Scotland.
Exactly. The comparison is literally baked into the soil.
That makes so much sense. And because that tectonic isolation made the land so rugged and moody, it couldn't be easily farmed or urbanized like the rest of the county, which naturally led to its second identity as a sanctuary.
Here's where it gets really interesting. The geography forced a very specific type of human development.
Right.
Back in the 1890s, James Shafter started developing the area as a summer resort for San Franciscans who wanted to camp and swim.
Yeah, the old retreat days.
Exactly. You can still see Brock Schreiber's preserved historic boathouse there with its old launch for hire sign from the steamboat era. But unlike other coastal towns, it never exploded into massive, paved-over real estate.
What's fascinating here is how that 1890s retreat culture survives today through intentional restraint.
What do you mean?
Instead of sprawling mega mansions, the homes are just tucked quietly into the steep forested slopes of Inverness Ridge. The architecture adapts to the extreme shifting ecology rather than, trying to pave over it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you see this symbiosis in their tiny downtown. Like the library is just tucked into the historic Gables building. It's a community that quietly and intentionally takes care of itself.
That intentional preservation definitely explains why it's such a magnet for creatives. I mean, artists and photographers have treated it as a pilgrimage site for generations.
Oh, absolutely.
You've got that iconic shipwreck, and that trapped marine fog we talked about made it the perfect filming location for movies like The Fog and Village of the Damned. So what does this all mean for you if you're visiting?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's all about having rare access to a pristine ecology.
Right.
By keeping development minimal, the town has protected one of California's cleanest estuaries. You have harbor seals, herons, and world-class oyster waters thriving right there. The environment kind of demands that you slow down and observe. It acts as a profound psychological reset for modern life.
You are forced to be inside the landscape, not just observing it from a car window. You need to be there after the day trippers leave to watch the bay turn silver at dawn and dusk.
That shift from noon to twilight changes the entire character of the town. And it leaves you with a really fascinating question.
Which is?
If geography shapes destiny, how does living in a protected wilderness on a tectonic plate, physically drifting northward, shape the psychology of the 1,300 people who call it home?
Don't forget to sign up to our email list for updates on our next episode and latest events. Until next time, we will catch you on bestofmarin.com.